welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I spoke to you all about the equipment that I use to film my YouTube videos. In today's video, I thought I would do a little follow-up video and show you exactly how I edit my videos. Now, as you can probably tell from behind me, I do own a Mac. So if you own a PC, these instructions aren't going to be relevant to you. I'm sure you will be able to find some kind of program that is pretty much the same as what I'm using. However, if you do own a PC, I just want to be upfront and say that I can't really help you because I don't own a PC and I haven't used a PC in many, many years. So if you're like me and you do own a Mac, I can definitely help you out and show you exactly how I go about editing my videos. So if that is something that you might be interested in, just keep on watching. Okay, so to get started, the first thing I do is open up my iMovie app. Please disregard all my previous videos. And we are now going to click Create New and go to Movie. So the first thing I do when editing my videos is I add in my intro screen. So that's the screen you see when you open up one of my videos. It's got my logo on it and my name. So I'm going to go up here to my media, which is here. And I can see that I've already got my logo and stuff saved in there. You could do the same if it's something that you're using quite often. But I've just got all my stuff that I use. Disregard all of this stuff. I don't know what that is, to be honest. But as you can see, I've got 3 things here that I use frequently in all my videos saved up the top here, so I can easily import them into every video. So the first thing I've dragged into here is my logo. I'm then going to drag this Follow Me template into here, but I'm not actually using that. So what I'm doing with this is clicking it so it's highlighted with yellow. And I'm then going up here to the crop icon and I'm going to go crop to fill. And this is purely because all I want from this picture right now is this little section here, just a plain beige background. So I'm cropping to fill, so then all you will see when this part plays is that beige background, and that's what we want because that is where I'm then going to insert the subscribe animation, I suppose you would call it. I also like to speed this up because I find it's too slow otherwise, so I make it 2 times faster and then I crop it because I don't really need this end part here. So then what we're going to do is just drag this section back so it's aligned. And now because this is a green screen, I'm going to click it so it's outlined in yellow and then go up here and select green/blue screen. So then you won't see that green, you'll see the beige background that we cropped before. I'm also just going to go over here and turn down the preciseness, I suppose you would call it, of the video just to make it smaller so everything will fit nicely in the screen. Now what I'm going to do is go up here to transitions and add in a couple of cross dissolves, and that's just so the logo and my subscribe animation blend in nicely together. I'm then going to add another one after that section just so that then blends in with the rest of my video. As you can see, it's changed the length of this. All you have to do then is just go and drag that again to even it up. And now I am going to go into my logo, and the automatic setting is the Ken Burns setting, which is when it zooms in or out. I do like that setting, but I like it to zoom in rather than out. So to change that, I'm just gonna click that so it is yellow. We're then going up here to the crop section. It's already highlighted Ken Burns, and we're just going to swap these around. So rather than ending on the outer, we want it to end in the center and we want it to start on the outer. So just position this little box where you want it to end. I usually do it just about there. That will do. And so now if I play it, you'll see that it zooms in rather than out like it did before. Just like that. Okay, so moving on. Next up, we want to import the video that we want to edit. So I have simply just gone into my Finder down here, selected Untitled, which is my camera memory card that I've got plugged into my computer, and then I've found the first portion of the video that I want to edit, and I'm just going to simply drag it into this grey area. Now you guys, I'm going to give you a warning. You're going to see a lot of bloopers in this tutorial. That's just part of it, you know. You've got to cut out the bloopers. Everything doesn't always go to plan. Alright, so anyway, I've dragged in this first part of video that I want to edit, and now as you can see, I take a while to get started in this part here, so I'm going to cut out that blank space basically. So this section down here lets you know where your audio is. So obviously in this section here, I'm not talking because there's no audio. Again, in this section here, I'm not talking, there's no audio. So usually I do my intros a few times, and then when I'm editing, I decide which one's the best. So bear with me while we go through these intros and find the best one.
Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Lately I've had a few questions about my filming setup, so I thought in today's video I would show you guys.
And that is what we call blooper 1, which we are cutting out completely. So to cut that part out, all I'm going to do is select the part where I want to cut it, click on it so that white line is there, then we are right clicking and going to trim to playhead, which will get rid of that section, and we can now go on to the next section. Hopefully this is better than that one.
Guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have had a few questions lately about my equipment that I use to film my videos. So I thought rather than answer everyone individually, I would just compile everything into a video, so then that way when you guys ask what is your filming setup or what equipment do you use for filming, I can send you directly to this video.
And there we have it. That intro was definitely much better. So all I'm going to do here is just split clip. So again, just clicking so that white line is there, right clicking and going to split clip, just so I can cut out this little middle section where I'm not talking. And we'll see what this intro was like.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to take you through the equipment I use to film my videos, basically. So I've had a few questions lately about the equipment that I use, such as my camera, my lighting, tripods, stands, things like that. So I thought rather than answer everyone individually, I would just compile everything into a video, so then that way when people ask me what do you use, I can send them straight to this video. So basically today I'm just going to take you through my cameras that I use, what I use for taking like still shots.
Okay, I'm going to stop it here because I prefer this section of intro more than this section of intro, but I'm going to keep the section after the intro, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do now is just cut it down, so figure out where this ends.
And send you directly to this video.
Okay, so it ends on me saying send you directly to the video, and now we're going to find that exact spot on this intro.
So basically today I'm just going to take you through my camera thing into a video, so then that way when people ask me what do you use, I can send them straight to this video. So basically today I'm just going to take...
Okay, so I am going to cut it here, delete that section. And now you'll be able to see, I won't play this whole section again, but you'll be able to see that this all now lines up. So if I play it from here.
Setup, or what equipment do you use for filming, I can send you directly to this video. So basically today I'm just...
And voila, you wouldn't even know that I've cut out a section. So now I'm just going to go ahead and continue watching this section here. And once I'm done with this section, I'll take you guys to the next part. All right, so I finished editing my intro. I'm happy with it. So now I'm just going down here back to my Finder to find the next bit of video that I want to add in. dragging that into the grey section, and pretty much just using those exact same techniques to edit the rest of my video, to be honest. The only thing you really need to know is how to split clip, which is what I've just done, and how to trim to playhead, which I showed you earlier. Other than that, you're pretty much good to go. As soon as I've finished editing the entire video, I will of course come back to you guys and show you how I finish it off. But for now, I'm just going to go in, cut out any blank spaces where there's no audio, and cut out any bits that I'm not happy with or any bloopers. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the next few hours. It is very time consuming going through every little bit of footage, but you know, that's just what we do when we make YouTube videos. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will meet you right back here once I'm done. Alrighty, so I have now finished importing all the video footage and cutting out all the bits that I don't want. So we are done. Now what I like to do is just press Command A and highlight all of the video. And then I go up here and I like to always go and click the reduce background noise button and slide it all the way up to 100%. I've got really noisy neighbors and I live in a unit, so my neighbors are really close. It just kind of helps with any kind of background noise. I've also got dogs, so quite often you will hear a little pitter patter throughout my videos of them walking on the floorboards. You can also enhance your voice. So for instance, there was a section back here. So this section here where I'm showing you guys my camera was actually filmed on my GoPro. The GoPro sound quality isn't too bad, but it's not as good as my DSLR camera. So I'm just gonna go in here and do a little bit of voice enhancing so it kind of matches the rest of the video, if that makes sense, because it is a little bit quieter than the footage that was filmed on my Canon DSLR. So I'm just going to go in and highlight all the footage that was filmed on my GoPro, which is just this end section here. And then I'm going to go into this section up here that we were already in to reduce our background noise. And I am then going to go in here and click voice enhance. So that will just enhance the voice in this footage. If you find it's too loud, you can turn down the volume, or you can go back up here and have a play around with the rest of these settings just to see what suits you and your video. But I just like to go in and do a little bit of voice enhance on anything that is a little bit quieter. I also do this when I've filmed things on my phone because the sound quality isn't as good as that of my DSLR camera. So now that we've done that, I am going to add in my end screen. So I go back up here to my media, find my end screen, which is this one here, and I just drag it in. Now, obviously your end screen won't be in your My Media section unless you've added it in there. So you can, to add something in, all you do is save it, obviously, go into your Finder and drag it into that section, and it'll be there for you to always find later down the track. I'm then just going to extend this section a little bit so it's a little bit longer, and I'm going to add in a cross dissolve so it finishes it off nicely. Then what I like to do is add in some music, my favorite part. It sometimes takes me a really, really long time to choose what music I want to use, so bear with me because I haven't decided on what music I want to use because I wanted to show you guys how I find my music. So what I'm going to do is go into Google Chrome. You can use any browser, Safari, whatever you use. Once you have opened up your browser, we're just going to go up here and type in youtube.com and press enter. Once YouTube has loaded, go into your little thing up here. If you haven't got this, you'll need to just go and log in. And then I'm going to go into YouTube Studio. We're then going to go into here into Audio Library. Now this is YouTube's built-in audio library that you can use for free. And it has a whole range of royalty-free music that you are free to use in your videos without any consequences. So If you are new to YouTube, you may not know this. If you've been doing it for a little while, you would know, but you can't upload any copyright music into your videos. Otherwise, YouTube penalizes you for that. So what I mean by penalize is if your YouTube channel is monetized, and that means that you are earning money from your videos and showing ads, you cannot have copyrighted music in your videos, because otherwise your video cannot be monetized. So you cannot make money off someone else's work, if that makes sense. So if you have a copyrighted song in your video, you cannot make money off that video. If you're not monetized yet, then this doesn't really matter, but you want to try and get in the habit of not using copyrighted music because it will be more beneficial for you down the track. Then what we do is we go through and we find a song. You can search in here if you're after something specific. You can choose your genre, mood, instrument, duration, attribution. I usually go in here and go to the, where am I going? Mood. I usually go to calm, especially when it's just like a talking video. I just want something soft and calm in the background so it's not dead silent. Let's see what we can find. You can then like speed it up a bit if you want to see what it's like in the middle of the song. I don't mind this one, so that can be on the maybe list, but I'm going to continue looking. So now I'm going to change my search. So I'm still going to keep it on calm, but we're going to go with pop. So pop calm. So it's still kind of upbeat, but it's calm at the same time, if that makes sense. These guys here are probably my favorite artists, I suppose, on the YouTube audio library. So the 126s, I'm assuming that's how you say it. They are my favorites. I always love their tunes. They've got really good like general music that you can use for a whole bunch of different videos. So if you did find someone that you liked in particular, like a particular artist, if you keep listening to their songs and you're thinking, oh, I really like these guys, you can go in here and type in their name and all their music will come up. A lot of these songs I've already used, so I do try and use different things all the time, but sometimes I use the same ones. All right, guys, I think I found the one. I'm going to go with this one. It's called Road Home by Vienne. So once you've found a song that you like, you just go to this little arrow here and click download. That will download and save into your downloads folder. Now, I also just want to mention that if you are using the YouTube audio library, there will be some songs that you'll see have this little person next to it. And that basically means that there's something you need to do in order to be able to use that music. And it's usually just to copy and paste or credit the artist in the description of your YouTube video or wherever you're uploading your video to. So for instance, for this one, it says, you're free to use this song and monetize your video, but you must include the following in your video description. So in that case, all you would do would be to copy that section and paste it into your YouTube video description, and that's got you covered. So then you're good to go. But if your song doesn't have that little person next to it, it means you can use it without even having to credit the people who made that song. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So my song should be downloaded now. So I'm going to go back into iMovie, then going to go and find the song. So Road Home, that was the one. And I'm just going to drag it into here under my video. And then what I'm going to do is change the volume, because obviously if I'm talking in the video, you don't want this super loud music over the top of you. So what I'm going to do is split the clip here. I always lower this to 50% because some songs can be really, really loud. So you don't want to scare people when they first start watching your video. And then I just add in a fade in and a fade out. So to do that, all you do is hover over that end there and then drag that little dot, and that gives you a fade in, and then this will give you a fade out. So then in this section where I'm actually talking in the video, I bring this all the way down to sometimes as low as 1%. It just depends on the volume of the audio. So have a play around with it. Make sure it's something that you can still slightly hear it, but it's not overpowering your voice in your video, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start with 2% and we'll see how that goes. So let's do a test.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have had a few questions lately about my equipment that I use to film my videos. So
Cool, and then I'm just going to go down to another section because sometimes you'll be able to tell from the level of this little section here. Sometimes it does get louder in certain parts, so you just want to make sure that that part is still okay, even over the top of your voice.
What lighting I use, any other little knickknacks that I use, and also what I recommend
I'm just going to give it a go with 1% and we'll see how that sounds.
Investing in if you are planning on starting a YouTube and are starting from scratch. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, just keep on watching. Before we get started, I just want to mention
I'm going to leave it at the 2%. I think the 2% is better. You can still hear it, but it's not overpowering. So as you can see, my video obviously is going to be quite a bit longer than this audio. So what we're going to do now is go back into our Finder, find our audio and drag that in as many times as it takes until your video is completely full of music all the way to the end. Once I've done that, I will meet you back here. Okay, so I'm now here at the end of my video. I'm just going to insert the final audio. So we are now covered all the way through the video, right up until the end. Now you'll see that we're here at the end screen. If you don't have an end screen, just disregard this step. But I like to do what we did at the start and do a fade in and a fade out. So we're just going to click here so we've got the white line, right click, split clip, and then we want to click here and split that and delete this excess audio at the end. Then we're going to raise this up to 50% just like it is at the beginning of our video. And now we're going to add in a fade in and a fade out. So you'll see that now it gradually gets louder and then it gradually fades back out again at the end. Once you've done that, all you have to do is go up here and click save. I'm not too sure about this option here to import straight into YouTube. I have tried it before and it's never worked properly for me. So I always just save it as a file. And then once it's saved, I go into my Handbrake app, which is basically a program that allows you to compress your videos. I highly, highly, highly recommend compressing your videos before you upload them to any platform, whether that be YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo. It's just going to make your upload time a lot faster. I never used to compress my videos and it used to take me hours upon hours. I'm talking up to 12 hours sometimes to upload a video. And now I can upload a video to YouTube in 5 minutes with compressing my videos. So I highly recommend compressing your videos. It doesn't take too long, maybe an hour or so to compress the video, and then, as I said, 5 minutes to upload it to YouTube. So it's definitely something worth looking into if you're not doing it already. But basically, Handbrake is free to download. You can just look it up on Google, Handbrake download, I suppose. The logo looks like this, so just look for that little symbol. And then once you open it up, you find your video, however you've saved it, you click on it, you open, it will load into here. Then you'll see this little preview, and then once that's done, you just press start. There are heaps of YouTube videos around that tell you how to change settings and things to change the quality of the video. I leave it as the general standard settings. I don't change anything in here, but you can by all means if you want to. But it can be a little bit confusing, so I do recommend looking up how to do it before you start doing it, because it may alter the quality of your videos if you start playing around with the settings. But anyway, once that's loaded into there and you can see that preview, you just go up here and click start, which I'm not going to do because this is not the video I want to compress. But I was just showing you guys that as an example. And that is pretty much it, guys. That is literally all I do to edit my videos. Very, very simple, very, very easy, very much beginner friendly. Anyways guys, that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, of course, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so you will be notified of my future videos. But I will see you in my next video. Thanks again for watching guys. Have a great day. Bye.